Today I intended to route the neck socket so that I could get the heel positioning sorted out for carving the neck. Unfortunately, even though I tried to be as diligent as I could be, I've ended up losing the centre line on my body. I know it's rule number one, don't lose your centre line, but I have. I tried to mark it out as best I could, but I thought no, it's too risky, it's too much work and effort put into this to guess the centre line now. So I'm going to have to reprint the drawing at 1:1, and I will be able to recover it, but it just means I won't be able to progress in the manner I wanted to this weekend. Which is a pity, because I've spent a bit of time making a tapered template for the neck socket. I'll still be able to use it, but just not today. So I'm going to go back onto the neck. Since we were last here, I've actually been to the bandsaw and cut down the neck a bit. I'm going to sand it, flatten it, and then I'm going to use the 3-facet method for carving. So yeah, let's just get on and see if we can get this neck carved today. So what I've got here is I've got my centre line marked, I've got the back of the neck flat, more or less flat. I've come 2mm clear of the fretboard and put this masking tape on just to protect the edge of the fretboard when I'm carving. I'm now going to come halfway in from the centre line on either side and halfway between the top of the tape and the edge of the neck, and then I'm going to carve between these two lines. I'll then repeat that a couple of times until I've got my facets, and then I'll round it off smooth. You can see between that line and that line is where the first facet will go. I've actually seen some people put masking tape up to define the lines. I'll maybe give that a try actually, I've just never done that before, but I'll give it a try. I guess it's easier to see. It was actually Gio at Tornelli Guitars that I saw do this. So yeah, we'll give it a go, and hey, we can blame Gio if it all goes pear-shaped. I don't want to do too much here until I get the neck fitted, because I'll probably have quite a bit of fettling to do in there. So I'll leave it quite short of that. Okay, so that's the first pair of facets done. So next, I'm coming halfway between that one and making a line, and then halfway between there and the tape and making a line, and then putting a much smaller facet in there, again on both sides. Okay, so that's 2 pairs of facets in, and it's starting to look and feel a bit more like a guitar neck. So for the third and final pair of facets, I'm going to come between the centre line and the edge of this facet, come halfway there, make my mark, make my line, and then between that edge and that edge, so very small there, make another line, and then put the flat in that side, and that'll give me the 3 flats around each side, which I can then easily start carving and shaping into the proper profile of the neck. You can maybe see the trials and tribulations of working in the small 8x6 shed. I've got to keep moving things around just to get space to actually carve the neck. But hey, you've got to use what you've got, and this is what I've got, and I'm delighted with it. So, let's keep it positive. So there's very little to come off this time, so I'm going to start with the finer side of the Shinto and just see how that looks. Okay, so there's a few flats and edges still to be dressed out of that, but that's so much better already. Yeah, I quite like that tape idea, and maybe I think thinking back when I saw Gio do it, it was maybe like card detailing tape he used, which would be a lot better than the masking tape I was using. But yeah, really nice, looks good. I'm pleased with that. So that's the neck got its first sand down to, it's 120 grit I've got down to. Nice smooth shape, feels good. So time to start looking at the volute now. So what I've done, let's see how clear that is. So I've basically continued this curve round and meeting up with that curve, and then just basically a curve around the centre, just roughed out. So the area in between, I'll just try and file that out down to the lines, and then just shape it manually from there. See how that looks. You know, this is supposed to be an extra smooth Iwasaki file, and I hear guys on YouTube talking about these all the time and how brilliant they are, but I just can't seem to get this damn thing to work for me at all. It just seems to dig in and bite and tear. So if I'm doing something wrong, let me know in the comments, because it's really bugging me. I want to be able to use this thing. But it just doesn't seem to be playing with me. Okay, so that's neck done, the volute in, quite happy with that. It looks nice and smooth, and nice curve on it. Neck feels good, so that's happy with that. That's it, just sanded to 120 grit. It's a hot day, shed's roasting, so I'm maybe going to call it at that. Probably going to be a few days before I get back into it, because I need to get my centre line sorted out on the body, and then I can get the heel route done, and then start marking out the heel for carving. Just going to pop these holes in the headstock just now, and yeah, then we'll call it a day at that. Unfortunately, got just a tiny little bit of tear out there on the back with the first hole I drilled, probably because I didn't use the pilot hole lesson learned again. I'll get away with it fortunately, because I've just tried one of the tuning pegs in and it will cover it, so it's a get out of jail free. But yeah, drill a pilot hole, makes sense, and then you can drill from both sides without risking tear out. I've seen so many people do it, I don't know why, but I didn't do it, but there you go. You've got to learn those lessons yourself. So thankfully I managed to recover my centre line with the aid of the new one-to-one drawing. I managed to get it remarked, so that's good. I've now got my tapered template for the neck socket fitted and ready to start routing, and that should give me a 2-degree angle on the neck, which is where I've calculated I need. So yeah, let's get on and get this routed. Well, there we go, that's a good tight fit. Yeah, not bad at all. There's a bit of the veneer, I can feel it, I can hear it, it's a bit loose. We need to get some super glue down in there. But yeah, wow, it's good to see that one. Took a little bit longer than expected, but we're in. It's a good tight fit. Centre line looks good. So yeah, hey, we got a guitar. Happy days. Well, that's probably about enough for this video. I think I'll leave it here, and yeah, happy with the progress, that's good. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you like, please like and hit the bell and subscribe and all that good stuff, and we'll see where this goes. Thanks again for watching.